Now, here's your host, Hank Davis.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Relationship Hot Topics. I'm your host, Hank Davis, and joining me, as always, she's the lovely and the talented Rebecca Ryder. How the hell are you, Rebecca?
Happy to be here. How are you?
Fantastic. If for those of you who play Xbox, you know achievement unlocked. Make it through to the new year without dying in a Mayan apocalypse. Achievement unlocked. So I made it. Rebecca, how about you? What's your resolution? What's your main resolution this year?
Like, I don't even know what you were just talking about. Like, what are you saying?
Oh, my gosh. I forgot you don't have a TV where you live.
Oh, my gosh.
They have limited water and no TV.
He's making jokes, folks.
I got the funnies.
I just tend to watch other things.
Yeah, porn.
Yes, because I'm definitely an expert.
Yeah, you're a porn expert.
Oh, my gosh. My resolution, just to, improve, like everyone says.
Improve.
This one, girl.
I'm going to learn more slang terminology on relationship hot topics and sex headline news.
And, move forward, stuff like that. Yeah, I do learn a lot from that show, actually.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah. So I think that's most people's goal is just, be better. Get better, financially, make better business decisions and things like that. Just to get ahead, move forward rather than who wants to regress or move backward. Those are my resolutions.
I think a lot of guys love getting ahead. Getting ahead, I meant to say. That's what
Hey, girls get head too.
They give head?
No, they get head.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's the slang, right?
No.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Our topic. We're here every other Wednesday. So remember that. So one Wednesday you'll watch this show. The next Wednesday you can watch Sex Headline News. Then the Wednesday after that it's back to this show and so on and so forth. People always ask me about that schedule. But our topic this time, bitter people. And that's both of us in the studio. So the show is over. No, I'm just kidding. So, Rebecca, first question. I did not write these questions. I'm going to preface that right off the bat. And somebody's going to write me and go, this is the best show ever. This episode was the best episode ever. I'm going to be like, you know what? Fuck you. Die in a fire. I'm just saying. All right, what exactly does it mean when we say someone is bitter? Someone who's angry all the time at the world or fixated or crippled by one major thing? I was crippled by what you said to me. Oh, my fuck. Where's my agent? Where's my fucking agent at? Go ahead, answer the damn question.
Sorry. Okay, so what does it mean to be bitter? I think that
I am not saying anything.
Stop laughing over there.
Oh, okay.
I wrote the questions, by the way. He's making fun of me.
You're pee popping bad.
Oh, okay.
So be careful.
All right.
On your plosives.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Am I good?
Yep.
What it means to be bitter, I think means when somebody is angry sort of about kind of what you said about they're either angry at the world, like a certain topic or something, like some people really get into animal abuse or something like that. So they
like
get into it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was gonna say get into it. How? Like abusing
they're just
it?
very much against
It's
it.
like I
No.
thought I abused some animals today, and then after that I'll have lunch, and then my daily planner will be done.
Yeah, there are those people.
That's some sick shit. You've been watching that German porn again.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that for a sec. But yes, and then there's the people that just go around with buckets of red paint and throw it on like fur coats and things like that because of animal cruelty or killing or something like that. So those people would be really bitter about animal cruelty topics and people that do those types of things. And then I think, I think that people can be like crippled or bitter about one certain thing if it's something very dramatic that happened in their life that they haven't learned how to get over or past.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's got to be something that you're passionate about, that something that you felt like you were slighted or wronged or is just a humanitarian disservice, So if you say all men are dogs,
Right.
and then I go through life going, oh, that's bullshit when women say all men are dogs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
I become very resentful. And when that comes up, people are like, oh, man, what a bitter guy. He got married. He had a co-host that treated him poorly. Now he doesn't want another co-host again.
Right. Yeah.
Now he never wants
alone.
to. Yeah, he's a loner now. He's a lone wolf now because of that. But yeah, I think as far as relationships go, it's always stemming from something that transpired at some point. A lot of people I know, it's like their teen years. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I remember this time. And it's like, let it go, dude. And then people who have been married and divorced, oh, boy. Whatever the catalyst was for the divorce seems like it follows them through the rest of their life. They can never get past that or whatever. And that's a lot of times what leads to that bitter nature.
Yeah, it's like they fixate on it.
Yeah.
They don't choose to get past it or, I mean, really depending on what it was. If it was your brother that stole your wife, I mean, I don't know, every holiday.
You've been reading
all
my
family
journal?
get-togethers.
You looked in my journal or something? What the fuck? What happened?
But that would be really hard to get past because every time you see, the family, you're going to eventually see this person.
Yeah.
If it were something like that.
Or like when a co-host quits the show at the peak of the show when it's getting 50,000 downloads a week. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bringing my personal life into this again. Sorry about that.
Yep, exactly like that.
Not bitter at all. No, I love slubbing down to the low 100s in the iTunes directory. I love that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Did I say how happy I was to be here?
Sorry. Sending that one out across the airwaves. All right, what do you think causes someone to be bitter? I think we kind of already touched on it, but I think we could expand on this a little bit.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you what you said before. Like when someone thinks that they have been wronged,
Yes.
sometimes people perceive things a little bit differently. But I think that's, when somebody feels like they've been wronged or there's a big loss, something meant a lot to them and it's not there anymore. If it was a love or I don't know, like Ace Ventura, that one movie, Ace Ventura Part 2, I think it was,
What?
or no, maybe it was the first one where she's like, laces out.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you know that.
Do you remember that?
I love that movie. I love that movie.
She was very bitter.
Yes. That the fucker holding the ball didn't put the laces out and they missed that field goal.
Yes.
They had the shrine and they kidnapped the dolphin, was it?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
he
loved it.
became a she, and the whole crying game thing.
A man
and then
bitch. Look at this big man bitch
kidnaps
over here.
the main
Dan Marino.
quarterback, Dan Marino.
Yep.
Yes. So that's something that
It's
was very
amazing.
significant to this player. This football, was their career, and that kick was supposed to be the whole thing of the game. And I don't know.
Your skill points just went up. To keep with the Xbox 360 theme, your skill points just went up for knowing something about Ace Ventura.
Oh, thank you so much.
Laces out. That's awesome.
Yes.
So what causes someone to be bitter? Well, I won't go into that. But
yeah,
I
if
think
somebody has been
also-
repeatedly wounded or hurt in the same way. Say
I don't think it has to be repeated.
Well, I'm just saying that's like an instance. If it happens, it could just be that one thing.
Would you say jaded would fall in the same category? when somebody says, "Oh, you're jaded," because I've been called that before. When I wouldn't let like a certain scenario go about, that's bullshit that so and so did this or whatever in a relationship.
Yeah, I think jaded is even more significant, I think, than bitter, because bitter you can be angry or mad about something, but you can learn to get over it. But when someone says like you're jaded, if it's true, then it's almost like a scar that you just can't remove.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Let's move on, though.
All right.
Is it fair to label someone as bitter when they have gone through a significant emotional upset or trial in life, such as divorce, death of a loved one, or, things of that nature?
I think that sometimes people will label someone as bitter as in, oh, they're bitter. Like, it's a negative connotation. Don't be around that person. You don't want to hang around that person. Oh, you invited this person? I'm not going to go. That has happened before. It just happened a few months ago when I took some friends to the beach.
No wonder people don't invite me to things. Oh, my gosh. It's all starting to come to the surface now here.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, you invited so-and-so?" And I said, "Yeah, and, this person's bringing their kids or whatever." And then
They're
it's
like, fuck that.
You know what? Thanks, I'll pass. If you ever want to go when they're not going, then call me.
Ooh,
I was like,
ouch.
oh, no. But yeah. I think that,
Ouch.
labeling someone as, bitter, if it's something to do with divorce, I mean, eventually, hopefully, their heart will heal. They'll move on, find love again and stuff like that. So, they're bitter for now. Or things could be like a bitter subject for some people.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I would actually just be like, oh, that person's bitter.
And it's only based on the things that you've actually experienced. Like the last time we did an episode, I get a little defensive about something. I think you recall the situation. It was in the outtakes, I believe. I can't remember.
Oh,
but,
yes.
I get a little defensive on that and stuff. And it's just like there's certain hot buttons that everybody has. And it can be misconstrued as being bitter. But, it might be a valid situation to me, in my opinion.
It's funny, too, that you brought that up, too, because I remember from my point of view, I wasn't even going anywhere near where you were going. You were already there, and you're like, oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was getting pissed.
And so why are you saying that? And why are you doing that? And I'm like, what is wrong with this
I don't know if that all got
conversation?
edited out of the show. I think a lot of it got edited out of the show, but I was getting pissed. I was steaming over here. I'm at TP Network roasting marshmallows off my bald ass head. I was getting hot, man. I was like, what the fuck are you bringing that up for?
I mean, I'm not one to back down, right? But I wasn't. There was no attack there at all, and it felt like I was getting this retaliation thing, and it took a while. It was.
I was like, "What about your husband? What did he do?" No.
Oh my gosh! I was like, mad. What? And I'm like, no,
you're like, no, I
that's
don't
not even
mean
what I'm saying.
But
it
comes from people bringing that up all the time. Not all the time, but people bringing that up in the past, And it's like, hey, all right, now watch it. You know what I mean? Friends and stuff.
Yeah, it was a living together topic that we had, or living together before marriage.
Yes.
That was the one.
Yep.
And then I was like,
Kinda
oh, okay.
went off
My
the
point
rails.
was after you moved in
Ooh,
together,
the double
then
words.
you found.
There
yes.
you go with the double words.
I know I do those people all the time.
I hate that. I do. I'm sorry.
He does hate that very much.
I do. Get it? All right, let's move forward. Let's move on. Does being bitter really accomplish anything? Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I agree.
I think it does. I honestly think it accomplishes its purpose, is to let off that steam, that anger, and that frustration.
But every day because you're bitter and you never let it go, so you can let it off anytime you want, and it's okay because...
I will burn the studio down before I let your ass come back in here. You know what I mean? One of those numbers where you're like, no, it's not going to happen, son.
Heck yeah, and it's a relief too because people are allowed to cast blame on others, and it's just like, no, I'm in the right, you're in the wrong, you did me wrong,
Yep.
and wow, that's gratifying because I'm right.
And you're never going to get a resolution if you look at it like that.
No.
There will never be a resolution. It will always be, you have to admit I'm right for us to move forward, and that's not going to happen in a lot of situations.
Right, because it's how you perceive it, and
Yep.
if you don't change your perception, if you don't change your view or try to even see anywhere at all where you could possibly be maybe wrong, you're always going to see the other person as the enemy, or they're wrong, they're on the other side.
Can I do my Arthur Franzarelli from Happy Days?
Do it.
I was You can't say it, can you? I was I can't say I was wrong. I'm sorry. I am
true.
like that too.
A lot of people are like that, and they get this like comfort zone thing.
Yeah.
Where they're comfortable where they're at, they're comfortable in their
I
anger.
love being an asshole.
Oh no.
I just love it. My residence is 5555 Asshole Drive. So
Yeah,
how do we deal with bitter and angry people? And here's the wrong way, and this is what I do. Avoidance.
Right, but
that doesn't solve shit. I'm serious. That's how I do it. I'm just like, you know what? Let me cut you out of my life. Bye-bye. Because I don't want to be brought down like that.
It really depends on, I think, like who it is too. I mean, if it's someone that you care about and that you love, and you already know that they're like that, sometimes what they really just need is for someone to sort of listen and maybe give not like I don't know,
over and over again. Can you
Yeah.
listen to my same story 450 times? And
Yes.
you're just like, ugh,
It gets
a little
old.
much.
We have those family members, don't we?
Yeah, I do. Good
It
Lord.
drives me crazy, but
And guess what he did? I'm like, you know what? I kind of know the punchline because you tell the same exact story, you drunk ass, every time we talk. Oh my gosh.
and doesn't that you just said it too? Alcohol
Drives
Boy.
me nuts.
Brings
Makes a
it
bitter.
out.
And you know what? That's what bitter people do is they just get hammered.
Yeah,
And
it's like they're
just
so miserable. They want
guess
to
what?
drown the sorrows, but
And this one time he bought tires for this woman. I couldn't believe it. And you're like, this is the same fucking story. You've told me the story like 450 times. I've seen you 450 times. You've told the story 450 times. You tell this fucking story one more time. I'm gonna put a microphone. I'm gonna put a high LPR 40 up your ass.
okay. That was
sorry.
it too, though. But must have been very, very painful for that person.
It is.
Significantly to where
Okay.
they haven't learned how to get past because, like we said, they're fixating on that.
And they're just stuck there though. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do you grow with somebody as far as move forward? Or how do you just go, this can still be some kind of relationship, partnership, friendship. If they are just stuck and fixated on one thing that happened to them in their life and they just can't get past it, it's so hard to get them to just realize that, wow, you are really annoying with the same thing that you always bring up.
Mm-hmm. There's like two things you can do. You can either be there or walk away.
And that's what I choose to do.
And
Watch me
honestly,
as I walk away.
Yeah, I mean, if they just say, okay, you've told me this story so many times or whatever, and, I've listened and I've been here for you, etc. Do you want to get past this? I would ask them that question. Do you always want to? Do you like the way this feels? Do you like the way this, has affected your life for the last 20 years? I mean, are you ready to take his picture down now?
Yeah. Get rid of the wedding photos.
Can we donate some of his clothes?
Because
Instead of just burning them because
every weekend,
something.
same time, we're going to burn his clothes.
Yeah, if you want to help, if you want to try and help before you walk away, do some research maybe, find out whatever the subject is this person's all weird about, surprise them for their birthday with a seminar. I don't know. Something, a group.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think you can sit a bitter person down and talk to them. But like we already mentioned, usually alcohol is involved. And so then you kind of almost have to redo it every time,
Yeah, Yeah, we'll get them on the next day. The
'Cause
next
they-
day when they're like sort of like
A little
not
bit sober.
as high energied,
Yeah.
maybe some hangoverage,
With my family,
they're
that day never comes.
a little bit more
With my
open.
family, it's just drink after drink after drink. That shit, that sober, that coming down never happens.
Uh-oh.
Well, you got to catch them at about 7, 8 a.m. or something before they start cracking them.
And by no way is Hank's family categorized as bitter, for the record.
Some of them
Not
are.
saying-
Yeah, I am. I'll name names. I don't give a shit.
Oh, no.
They do listen too. What are some of the possible negative effects of being bitter? And I think it's just people will avoid you. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, and you're holding yourself back.
Yeah.
You're holding yourself back if you're like how you said, they're stuck. It's almost like you're stuck in that time frame.
It's almost like you're
you can't
choosing
move forward.
Yeah, it's like you're choosing to be down.
Yeah,
Like,
you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, like I prefer just complaining. You know, and I know a lot of people like that, and I just distance myself from them usually because it's just it's so annoying.
It's annoying to me too, and especially when it comes to politics, I can hear, I mean, every walk of life, all of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that I speak to, my friends, family, acquaintances, strangers, a lot of people will bring up political conversation, complain
Yeah.
about every single thing that is wrong, and I could write it down, and out of all these 300 people, 90% of them will all be talking about the same subjects.
Nice.
Whether they regurgitated it from something that they heard on TV or whatever, but who does anything about it?
Yeah. Well, as it pertains to relationships, what could we do?
For the negative effects?
Yeah, or what are they? Yeah.
Oh, I said holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back. You're stuck someplace. You can't really move forward. Almost every single decision, it seems like, that you make on a daily basis, if it's something that, like I said, is, significant to you, it's going to affect your judgments and everything that you do. Like if somebody had like that Dan Marino kidnapper person, do you know what I
You
mean?
are stuck and
Yeah.
fixated on this movie.
Well, because we already brought it up and a lot of people are familiar with it, but like that person, every single decision they made day forward after the psych ward they broke out of, they either killed somebody. I
Oh my
think that
gosh.
is what they were saying, that they killed somebody, stole her identity, had plastic surgery, got a job as a cop.
That's a lot.
It's like, it's an extreme example, of course, but in, day-to-day life and relationships and everything, it's like, okay, you might go into a relationship and you're looking, she's going to be exactly like the last one. And then
Definitely.
you could do something that actually causes that behavior because of what you're doing, and then you could say, look, I was right. She was.
Yep, it turns you into a judgmental person.
And then you date another girl, and then you're like, oh, I'm not going to do this because if I put myself out there, then she's going to burn me someday. So what I'm going to do is be standoffish and stand back a little bit, and you're standing off and standing back a little bit. Or maybe the other girl cheated on you, and you're like, oh, who's that? It's my cousin. Oh, yeah? What's your cousin's name? How do I know it's not such and such? Oh, you're hanging out with him again, and, stuff like that. You sabotage your own, relationships, and then you can just sit there, like we said, and say, it's them. Nope, I was right. All women are horrible. Bitches and hoes.
I am never see. That's why I don't trust you, because you messed up again. You're like, oh shit.
Yep, you're just
Yeah,
like
it does
the
make
last
you
one, or-
short, and then you're just done with people quickly. Because you're just never gonna ever get past whatever it is that's bothering you.
Yeah, in psychology, we call it confirmation bias. It's like you look for the things that you believe. You look for those things. You ignore the other 8 girls that were really nice to you, that you blew off because of whatever, and you fixate just on the one, that broke your heart. You didn't think about the 8 that you broke up with.
In the street, we
In
just
the
call
past.
it. In the street, we just call it bullshitting. So it's kind of the same terminology. Are there any positive effects of being bitter? I think you close yourself off to being hurt again because you just expect it, or you expect people to be full of shit or whatever. So it kind of makes you numb to getting hurt.
Yeah, no one wants to be around you. So no one wants to be around you. You don't have to go through the dates to even have the relationship to get your heart broke again, right?
This is true. So that's the
Sad and pathetic.
positivity. It never has to happen again. Guess what? I'll drive everybody away from me. Watch. Oh, man, that's awesome.
I honestly think that one positive effect, I guess, that I could think of would be drive or motivation. Now, I don't know if it's on a borderline thing of revenge or what,
Revenge.
but it's like the nerd that became a millionaire and you see him at like school reunions.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, yeah,
Somebody
you
I
guys
know?
made fun of me.
I used to shove you in your locker, didn't I?
Yeah, it's like an
Oh.
example. Yeah. You know, somebody that was made fun of or not popular or, and that might have been important to them when they were in high school. A lot of stuff, it's funny,
Use it.
resorts back to
Yeah.
in high school.
So they use it as fuel or something.
Yeah, to better themselves. But I mean,
Or go down the
if they
drain.
don't get over the hurt, though, that was initially there, they're just going to be bitter and rich, which isn't so bad either. So, again, that's a positive.
Take it out on your help. You listen, help. I'm going to take my bitterness out on you.
But I don't know. I think that's a good positive.
Okay. Let's wrap this up with final thoughts, Rebecca. We've been all over the map on this on this topic.
I think that if you don't know that you're bitter, that's really sad. But when people are avoiding you and you can't figure out why, I think that sometimes we need to look at ourselves too. You can't always just say that it's a certain type of group or culture or anything like that, and
You realize
learn more about it, I think.
You realize my family's going to be calling me when this airs, right? Boy, was you talking about me?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yes. Sorry.
I'm so glad you didn't mention names, so that's really
I
great.
did not say Linda's name. Oops.
That is so bad.
Zoinks. Sorry, but you're
should
driving people
apologize.
away. No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, zero apologies.
I'm not. Yeah, thank you. It's right in the intro.
Yeah.
No apologies.
And if you can't find anyone to hang out with you, then you should
Yeah.
probably join a group.
Yeah.
They have like a bitter group. Oh my gosh, they have a. They do. I stumbled upon it. It's just like
shit.
Twitter with the lowercase Twitter. Everyone's seen that. They have a.
TWITTR.
What did I
TER.
say? Twitter, right? But lowercase. They have one that's bitter with the lowercase b,
Nice.
Itter, yeah. And there's a bunch of miserable F's on there that say some really.
This sounds like the perfect home for me, where I should just be living there trolling. Oh, you want to post pictures about your fucking cat, huh? All
That's
right.
exactly what
I hate
it's
your
like.
fucking little cat.
I saw someone, they said something about, I'm having something for breakfast and whatever, and someone's like, I don't give a F about your effing breakfast. And like, you should
Fuck
die.
your breath.
And I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh,
what?
you should
Oh my
die.
gosh, yes. They
You
mentioned
should die in a
It was
fire.
not
Die in
cool.
a fire.
I don't. It's not funny. None of that's funny.
That is
but
kinda
these
funny.
Miserable people,
Sorry.
yeah. So, but I don't know. Join a group or form a group. And then maybe each week, I don't know, focus on something to not be bitter about. Try to heal yourself, people. Do you know, like, you're gonna die earlier than you should. It's bad for your health.
Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. I can't top that, so I am going to just leave it at that.
Oh, and don't frequent Facebook.
Yeah. Get on
Because
there and post
there's-
your woes.
Yeah, there was a study that was just done, and I wish I could remember the name of the study or the school, but Google it, whatever, study on Facebook and bitterness. But people that frequent it very often, like several times a day, I think up to like 6 hours a week or something like that,
Wow.
view everyone else's lives as being wonderful and great because everyone has these like perfectly selected pictures
Yeah.
and comments and everything that's
I'm like,
all
put up-
wonderful in their life, and the people that are like going through that are like trying to friend you that aren't really your friend, but they're really just kind of spying
There-
are losers. They don't even contact you anyway.
There's a
and they're
couple of
just
our-
spying on you.
There's a couple of our mutual friends. I'm like, hey, put up the one of your spouse cheating on you. Yeah, put that
Yes.
picture up. Put that picture up. I want to see that one.
Exactly. Everyone puts up the rainbows and the flowers and the I'm engaged and
That
everything's
looks like
so great.
that looks like your mate's car at a Motel 6. Guess that one slipped into your feed.
Oh my gosh, that would be another whole site. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people get really bitter and angry and depressed, I guess, because they watch everybody else have their perfect life on Facebook and they don't have it.
Amazing. All right. Well, Rebecca, is that it?
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this show up, folks. We thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Relationship Hot Topics. You can check us out at tpenetwork.com. That's tpenetwork.com. And check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, Zune Marketplace, anywhere where fine podcasts are served. And make sure you review the show. Give us some positive reviews. Helps us get a little more exposure. But for Rebecca Ryder, I'm Hank Davis. Until next time, my friends, we'll see you.